Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the W Legacy YouTube channel, and today we are going to cover a very interesting topic, and also it is the very first episode of Perfect Booking series. Yes, I have started a new series that is named Perfect Booking. This is the very first episode where we will cover about the perfect way to book AJ Styles Road to WrestleMania 37. By the way, this is kind of a podcast where you don't need to keep holding your phone until the video ends. Just place it near you and just listen to my voice. Okay, now before we get to the topic, please don't forget to hit like and share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. So now with that said, let's get started. Okay, it all starts with the very first week of Raw of 2021. AJ Styles comes to the ring, and by the way, he kicks off the night. He comes out and grabs the mic and he cuts a promo where he first welcomes the WWE Universe to the very first edition of Raw of 2020, and he talks about how great his career will be in 2021. And he also declares himself in the Royal Rumble match of 2020, and then he drops the mic and he is almost leaving the ring, and then Drew McIntyre comes out and then he interrupts AJ Styles and he asks AJ Styles not to leave the ring, and he talks about how he's going to enter the Royal Rumble match this year too, and he also says that he actually came out to compete in a match and his opponent is AJ Styles himself. So the match gets underway, and then after 10-15 minutes of a crowd match, AJ Styles unknowingly hits the referee. The referee is down now. Right at the moment, Drew McIntyre hits AJ Styles with a claymore. He goes for the cover, but the referee is still down in the ring corner, and here Drew McIntyre gets a little bit frustrated and he gets ready for a second claymore, but this time AJ Styles counters it and he hits Drew McIntyre with a low blow. The referee doesn't seize it, and then AJ Styles goes for a phenomenal forearm and he perfectly hits it. The referee somehow gets back up and counts 1, 2, 3 and declares AJ Styles as the winner. The segment ends here. Now next week on Monday Night Raw, a huge match gets booked, a triple threat match featuring Drew McIntyre, Buddy Murphy, and the third person is still unknown. By the way, it is a number one contendership for the world title. Winner faces Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. As soon as AJ Styles hears the announcement, he comes out on Raw and grabs the mic and he talks about how unfair it is to him that he beat Drew McIntyre last week, but still Drew is in the title spot where it should have been him. He's in a complete bad mood and he's so angry right now. He even blames the big man for this. Triple H comes out now and he says that tonight AJ Styles is going to be added in that match too, and now it will be a fatal 4-way match. Now finally the time comes and Raw prepares for the main event. All the competitors comes out to the ring except the fourth guy who is unknown. Now Rey Mysterio's music hits and he comes out and reveals himself as the fourth competitor. Now after a hell of a fight, McIntyre captures AJ Styles with his claymore kick and he goes for a cover, but Murphy breaks it, and now McIntyre and Murphy both takes the fight to the crowd and then to the backstage. And meanwhile, AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio battles each other in the ring. Now AJ Styles hits Rey Mysterio with the Styles Clash and goes for the phenomenal forearm. And just at the moment, Rey Mysterio sidesteps and Styles accidentally twists his knee. Now the referee checks on AJ Styles and he confirms that AJ Styles can no longer compete by calling for the X sign. Here AJ Styles' knee is injured and he gets carried to the back. Referee had no other choice but to declare Rey as the winner because the other two competitors, McIntyre and Murphy, were not even in the match. They went to the backstage. So Rey Mysterio is declared as the winner of the match, and now he will go on to face Kevin Owens for the world title at Royal Rumble. And on the other hand, AJ Styles' injury is just a part of the storyline, so he's okay, he's good to go. But he will take some week off from TV, and after weeks of promos and some face-offs between Owens and Mysterio, WWE prepares for Royal Rumble. Now before we jump into Royal Rumble, let's jump into the final SmackDown before Royal Rumble. Will Velveteen Dream will make his debut, and not only that, but Owens too will be on the show. Now we move into SmackDown. The show kicks off with Owens. He cuts a promo here about Royal Rumble and how he's gonna beat Rey Mysterio and retain his championship. And here's when the fans create a loud pop when the Velveteen Dream's music gets hit and he comes out. He takes the mic from Owens and says that SmackDown is now his show and Kevin Owens can go back to Raw to say anything he wants about him. Now here's when the fans get invested in. Owens leaves the ring without saying anything. The fans were kind of surprised as they were actually expecting him to fight Velveteen Dream here. Whatever, now Velveteen Dream competes in a match against a local competitor here, and after he celebrates his victory, but from behind, Owens comes from out of nowhere and hits him with a steel chair. Owens gets a huge pop from the crowd as everyone boos him, and especially the kids who just love Velveteen Dream. Owens continues the attack, and after he hits Velveteen Dream with a pop-up powerbomb. Now this segment ends here. Now let's jump into Royal Rumble 2021. WWE gets ready for the World Championship match between Owens and Rey Mysterio. Now Owens comes to the ring and he cuts a promo on how he is gonna defeat Rey Mysterio, and he says, "I don't even consider you as my opponent because you suck. Your entire career is a joke. The fans might say that you are a legend, you are a hero to them, but as me, you are just a disgusting man who always tries to reach to the top, but always fails. Tonight, my name will be written in the history books as the man who ended Rey Mysterio's career and his legacy." The match gets underway, and Rey Mysterio is disgusted by his words, and he goes wild as he hits some punches and kicks to Kevin Owens here, and then delivers the Hurricane Rana here, which sets Owens on the position for a 619. Mysterio sees it as an opportunity and he goes for the 619. Owens counters in and catches Rey Mysterio and throws him halfway through the ring. Now Owens has the full control over Rey Mysterio. After some moves from Owens, Rey Mysterio survives to kick out, and it makes Owens so frustrated. Now Owens hits Mysterio with not one but two pop-up powerbombs, and now it seems like it's all over for Mysterio, but exact at the moment, Velveteen Dream's music gets hit and he comes out because he wants to take revenge from Owens for what he did to him on this past week on SmackDown. Owens is shocked. Rey Mysterio somehow gets up on his feet and sees this as an opportunity. He then drops Owens with some kicks and moves and delivers not one but 4 619 and 2 splashes from the top rope, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3 from the referee and new WWE Champion Rey Mysterio. Mysterio leaves the ring with the world title, but it's not over yet. Velveteen Dream gets inside the ring and he hits Owens with his Death Valley driver. Now let's move on to the Royal Rumble match. The first entrant is of course Johnny Gargano. The next is of course Adam Cole, and guys like Apollo Crews, Randy Orton, Finn Balor, Velveteen Dream, and Kevin Owens will also enter this match. Now let's talk about some amazing spots from Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Braun Strowman will have a face-off against the NXT guys Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Keith Lee. Also here Roman Reigns will be eliminated by Keith Lee. Hurricane will be a surprise entrant. Kofi will enter through Drew McIntyre, Buddy Murphy will accidentally eliminate each other. Seth Rollins will have a face-off with Daniel Bryan. Velveteen Dream will enter at number 27 and Kevin Owens will enter at number 28. And number 29 will be John Cena. Number 30 will be AJ Styles. AJ Styles will have a shocking return as he was injured and was off from TV for some weeks, but now he is back. Velveteen Dream will eliminate Owens here, and also here we will see a face-off between John Cena and Velveteen Dream. The crowd gets wild as these two do some crisscross in the ring. Also, John Cena will be eliminated by Velveteen Dream. The final two guys will be AJ Styles and Velveteen Dream here. The Dream will try his best to eliminate and throw AJ Styles from over the top rope, but AJ Styles will survive. Now Kevin Owens will again interfere and distract Velveteen Dream, and it will allow AJ Styles to punch his ticket to WrestleMania 37. AJ Styles will celebrate his victory as the Royal Rumble winner, and now everybody has a question in mind that whose AJ Styles' opponent will be, who AJ Styles is going to face at WrestleMania 37. Will it be the Universal Champion or will it be the newly crowned WWE Champion Rey Mysterio? Royal Rumble pay-per-view gets over as it was just amazing because I booked it. Now the next night on Raw, Rey Mysterio comes out and he kicks off the night. He cuts a promo and says, "I won the WWE title last night from Owens, and I proved that I'm not over and I'm still good to go for years to come." And I'm pretty sure that Owens has learned his lesson. And then Owens' music hits, and frustrated and angry Owens comes out. He grabs a mic and says, "Last night you beat me up only because of Velveteen Dream, but I'm pretty sure that there is a Velveteen Dream here on Raw because Raw is the Kevin Owens show. And Ray, if you think you can beat me, why don't you put the title on the line tonight?" Rey Mysterio accepts his challenge, and now it's set for the main event of Raw tonight. Now Raw gets ready for the main event. The match gets underway. Now Owens and Mysterio will do battle in the ring for 15 to 20 minutes and then put on a crowd match. Owens tries his best and has the control over the match. Kevin Owens goes for a super kick and accidentally hits the referee. The referee is down, and now a masked man comes into the ring and hits the Dead Valley Driver to Owens, and he takes off his mask and reveals himself as the Velveteen Dream. Now he escapes from the crowd. Now Rey Mysterio has the advantage over Owens, and if he hits him with a 619 and a splash from the top rope, and it's all over for Owens again. Once again, Velveteen Dream cost Owens his match. Rey Mysterio leaves the ring with a happy face, and Owens is in the middle of the ring. He's so frustrated and angry. For the next few weeks, Rey Mysterio defends his WWE Championship in open challenges successfully against guys like Humberto Carillo, Seth Rollins, Andrade, Murphy, and a few other guys. On the other hand, AJ Styles keeps on cutting great promos for his WrestleMania moment and talks about how he's gonna steal the show at WrestleMania's main event 37. And on an episode of Raw, Triple H comes out to the ring and announces that the WWE Championship match will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber, and the competitors are Murphy, McIntyre, Rollins, Humberto Carillo, and Andrade. On the other hand, AJ Styles will be involved in a short-term rivalry with Sami Zayn, where Sami Zayn will force AJ Styles to put his Royal Rumble win on the line, which means if Sami Zayn wins, he will main event WrestleMania and will have the opportunity to choose the champion of his choice. By the way, this is a face Sami Zayn. Now let's jump into Elimination Chamber. AJ Styles and Sami Zayn put on a great match and give the crowd an amazing match. Sami Zayn takes AJ Styles to his limit. There are many near falls where Sami Zayn will almost win the match, but somehow in the end AJ Styles hits Sami Zayn with the first phenomenal forearm. The first phenomenal forearm is not enough to put Sami Zayn down, so he will hit on Sami Zayn with another phenomenal forearm, and the second one is enough for him to pick up the win. Now let's jump into the WWE Championship match. Rey Mysterio's title is in complete jeopardy. The first man to face Rey Mysterio will be Murphy. Murphy will do some crazy jumps and moves, and the first one to release from the pod will be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre will eliminate Murphy, but Murphy and Rollins will destroy McIntyre here, and Rollins will eliminate McIntyre. The fourth one to enter will be Andrade, and now Mysterio, Andrade, Rollins will battle one another in a great match, and heel Rollins and heel Andrade will team up, of course, on Rey Mysterio, and they will completely dominate him. Now the final entrant will be Humberto Carillo. Humberto Carillo will show his agility and will help Rey Mysterio a little, and will show some teamwork against Rollins and Andrade. Rollins will hit Humberto Carillo with a curb stomp and will eliminate him. And shockingly, Andrade will hit Rollins with a shock hammer lock DDT and will eliminate him. Rollins is a little bit shocked. The final two men will be Andrade and Rey Mysterio. Andrade will do everything and brutally attack Rey Mysterio and two hammerlock DDT, but Mysterio kicks out every time Andrade covers. Now Andrade will set Rey Mysterio for the third hammerlock DDT, but Rey Mysterio will somehow counter it and will hit Andrade with a Hurricane Rana and will hit him with a 619 and a splash and will pick up the win. Rey Mysterio is still the world champion. Mysterio leaves the Elimination Chamber as he raises his title high in the air. AJ Styles comes out and attacks Mysterio in the entrance ramp. AJ Styles hits Rey Mysterio with a steel chair, and then he drags Rey to the commentary table where he hits him with a Styles Clash. As Rey was already so tired and barely moving after a gruesome Elimination Chamber match, he couldn't even defend himself. AJ Styles then grabs the mic and says, "Rey, your time is over," and he turns his attention to the WWE Championship, and he raises the title up in the air. Elimination Chamber is over here, but the fans now have one question in mind: that will AJ Styles choose Rey Mysterio as his opponent for WrestleMania 37? Now, the next night on Raw, AJ Styles explains it to the WWE Universe why he attacked Rey Mysterio last night. He says, "I'm so sick and tired of watching Rey Mysterio here and on Raw. His time is over. He should have retired, and also he's too old now. He should leave the WWE, and now it is good for him and for everyone else. Or else I will give Rey Mysterio the beating of his life, and that will be nothing compared to what I did last night to Rey Mysterio." Now Mysterio's music hits and he comes out and he attacks Rey Mysterio. AJ Styles from behind with a steel chair. AJ Styles escapes the beat down and he's a little bit scared now. Now Rey Mysterio grabs the mic and says, "I know you wanted the championship, AJ Styles, so you will get it." and I don't want to wait for WrestleMania. We can do this tonight. The crowd gets wild when they hear this. It's all set for the Raw's main event tonight, the WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and the champion Rey Mysterio. Now, let's jump into the main event of Raw, where AJ Styles does whatever he can to put Rey Mysterio away from the match, and both of these two competitors put on a great match. Dominic will come to distract AJ Styles, but Rey Mysterio will yell at Dominic and tell him to go, and he can do this on his own. But AJ Styles hits Rey Mysterio with a Bailey kick and a style clash, and he covers. Rey Mysterio somehow survives to kick out, and AJ Styles gets ready for the phenomenal forearm, and he perfectly hits it. And the referee raises AJ Styles' hand in victory as he wins the match, but he then hands the WWE Championship to Rey Mysterio. AJ Styles is a little bit shocked, and he grabs the ref's collar and asks why he handed the WWE Championship to Rey Mysterio when Styles is the actual winner of the match. Now he runs to the backstage and he looks for Triple H, but he finds no one there. Next week on Raw, AJ Styles calls out Triple H and he asks why he is not the WWE Champion, although he beat Rey Mysterio for the title last week. Triple H explains it to AJ Styles that last week it was not a championship match, it was actually a non-title match, because it was Rey who said it would be a WWE Championship match, but he don't book the matches, Vince does. But since AJ Styles has won a match against Rey Mysterio and he pinned the WWE Champion, now he has the opportunity to choose the stipulation for their match of WrestleMania. Alright guys, there we have it, the first episode of Perfect Booking, and by the way, this was the part 1 for AJ Styles Road to WrestleMania 37. I think the video will be too long, so yeah, there is a part 2 coming. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comment section and help me reach 500 subscribers. And also, thank you guys for watching the video today. I'll catch you later with another video. Till then, stay tuned, stay subscribed, bye.